How to know a pashmina is authentic. This is something that I myself and many other tourists ask, are we being ripped off when we're going to Kashmir, India, Nepal, Mongolia, China? You never know if the fabric's real or not. Is the cashmere real? Is the pashmina real? What's the difference between the two? What is first grade, second grade? And how do you do the test on the actual fabric when you're in the store? These are the things we're going to talk about in this video today. I myself experienced them very recently, and I found out some really awesome things I wanted to share with y'all. Tyler and I recently went to the state of Kashmir in northern India ourselves, and I really wanted a pashmina scarf for my mom, or a cashmere scarf is what I thought I wanted. We were in Srinagar when on Dal Lake. I put the store that we will be in during this entire video in the description below because these guys were awesome, not pushy, taught us everything. I asked a million questions, spent actually a couple of hours there, and learned a lot.
This is so soft.
The loom worker in this store was not there while we were there. We went at 6 in the morning at sunrise, but the authenticity and everything else and the explanations were sitting in front of us.
Like this, we put holes by needle.
I see, okay.
Then we put on a fabric. On the fabric we do embroidery, which is all done by hand, no machine. We use what embroidery? That's natural dyes, vegetable dyes, flower dyes, and dyes from trees.
Oh, the colors are so beautiful. This thread was made from mountain goats, wool harvested by the gypsy people living in the mountains of Kashmir.
They feed the wool. Then they collect the wool from the goat. Then we buy that wool from that people.
So there's different qualities of the wool based on where it comes from on the body?
Only two parts. Neck is first portion.
The first grade is the finest. It is the most fragile. It is only taken from the mountain goat's neck. This fabric is so special. You cannot dye it because it is too fragile. When you're looking at it, you'll see inconsistencies in the stitching. You can even like move it a little bit with your fingers. My rings kept catching on the fabric, which was a downside, but it felt amazing. I've never felt anything like this fabric before, really. And then he showed us other second grade pashminas, which looked like every pashmina I've ever seen in my life in any high fashion store in America. They were dyed because this fabric is taken from all other places, mixed in from the mountain goat. Okay, this is second grade. This is what I think we are most commonly seeing in the Western world. And you can do more things to it. You can put designs in it. You can dye it several times.
So anywhere else on the body besides the neck is second grade?
All parts are second grade except neck. This is what people sell on the name of first grade. Look.
The first grade pashminas cannot be dyed. They are only sold in natural colors. Beiges, maybe a dark brown, and maybe a really light beige. The differences were the designs that the women had made. If you hold them up to the light, you could really see the small pattern differences. I wish I had one to show you, but I did send my pashmina home because I didn't want it to get ruined for the rest of our trip. I apologize.
We keep always pashmina natural color.
Someone says that they are pashmina, but they are dyed.
That's just no.
It's not.
No. All these are natural colors. Kashmir is a brand.
It's a brand.
Kashmir is a brand. It has been awarded in Germany.
A German fashion designer actually coined this term during a fashion show in the 1980s. I have also read that this term was coined in the 17th century by Westerners that also came over and then took the term to describe the actual scarves, sweaters. The pashminas that I'm looking at, he sold to me for around $200 US each. This is a little expensive to some people for what I was looking at, and the authenticity and the feeling of the fabric that I was seeing. I felt like this was a deal.
They got busy.
Tablecloth.
We're not alone anymore.
Everybody has sound taste. They like the embroidery most. This is the one.
Dude, I found what I felt like a really special place that really cared about what they were doing, and I had authenticity just written all over it. And when you get your hands on something like that, it's just, there's no greater feeling than feeling the passion behind something you're buying from the people you're buying it from. That was really special for us. So tests you can do in the store when you're looking at a pashmina scarf or a cashmere scarf and you're wondering, is this real? You can do the lighter test, which I'm a little iffy on if this is real or not. Take a little piece from a side of the scarf. I'm not saying cut it off, I'm just saying from the end. You can ask the store clerk. Light it on fire. When it dissolves, it should become an ash in your fingertips, and it should smell like burning hair, like a person's burning hair, because it is mountain goats. And this is how you know you have real cashmere on your hands. Also, you can just look with your eyes. I'm telling you, real cashmere has a feel you've never felt. Although a lot of things are very soft, it can be mixed with silk, so it's just notice the imperfections. Ask about the first grade and the second grade. You know, the questions are the best. If they have the answers.
Hey, what you got there?
I love buying things. It's so rare anymore. As you can see, I went home a happy lady. I am now sharing a wonderful pashmina scarf with my husband, and this is something that Tyler and I just found incredibly interesting while we were in Kashmir. I hope you guys did too. I thought I would share. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends if you think they would find this interesting, share it with people who are interested in fashion. I would love to hear their opinions or the stories they've heard about why Kashmir is spelled with a C in the Western world and a K in the India world. Very cool, very different. Everyone has stories and I'd love to hear them. See you guys next time.